Mr. President, I wish to report that the Prime Minister's Pension Amendment Bill 2025 was considered in Committee of the Whole and approved without amendment. I now beg to move that the Senate agree with the committee's report.
Honorable Senators, the question is that the Senate agree with the committee's report on the Prime Minister's Pension Amendment Bill 2025. Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say no. I think the ayes have it. The Minister of Planning, Economic Affairs and Development and Minister in the Ministry of Finance.
Mr. President, I beg to move that a bill entitled an act to amend the Prime Minister's Pension Act, Chapter 251, be now read a third time and passed.
Honorable Senators, the question is that a bill entitled an act to amend the Prime Minister's Pension Act, Chapter 251, be now read a third time and passed. This bill requires a special majority, and the clerk will now conduct a division. Clerk.
Mr. Alaha.
Yes.
Mr. Jeremy FC.
Yes.
Mr. Roberts.
Yes.
Dr. Swarat Singh.
Yes.
Mr. Maraj.
Yes.
Mr. Batiste.
Yes.
Mr. Alexander.
Yes.
Professor Prasad.
Yes.
Dr. Chaitan Maraj.
Yes.
Mr. Beg.
Yes.
Ms. Charles.
Yes.
Mr. Zakur.
Yes.
Mr. Smith.
Yes.
Mr. Nakid.
Yes.
Mr. Rashid.
Yes.
Dr. Brown.
Abstain.
Mr. Al-Rawi SC.
Abstain.
Mrs. Roberts Rajman.
Abstain.
Mr. Dan Paul.
Abstain.
Mr. Cummings.
Abstain.
Mrs. John Bates.
Abstain.
Mr. Vieira SC.
Abstain.
Mr. Timal.
Yes.
Mr. De La Bastide SC.
Yes.
Mrs. Jones Simmons.
Abstain.
Mr. Lewis.
Yes.
Dr. Marie.
Abstain.
Mrs. Lalit Etienne.
Yes.
Mr. McNish.
Yes.
Ms. Phillips.
Abstain.
Mr. President, the result of the division is as follows. 20 senators voted in favor, no senators voted against, and there were 10 abstentions.
20 voted in favor. Honorable Senators, as a result of the division, 20 members voted in favor of the bill. No members voted against the bill, and there were 10 abstentions. The bill is approved.
All right, so good morning and welcome to Breaking Dawn this morning. And as we getting started this morning, we want to, acknowledge there that the bill was passed yesterday. I have to say that I listened to parts of it in and out, and I heard some of the what I could only describe as ridiculous arguments by some of these senators yesterday. I just, Senator Courtney McNish, if you went and you listened to his contribution, he hit the nail on the head in the simplest format. And exactly what he stated is what we spoke about yesterday morning, and basically rounds up or sums up the essence of why the bill has to be passed. You understand? But we will get into that conversation in a little bit. All right, but that was the action in the Senate last night. They went late, boy. Also coming out of that Senate last night, Eli Zakur, Senator Zakur, gave a contribution speaking about I think was it Vemcott and just now, that Mark Boss again, Vemcott, Airport Authority and PTSC. He spoke about the spending that was taking place there. All I going to hear that. I'm trying to see if we could get that for later in the week. It won't be for tomorrow, but maybe by Thursday we should be able to hear what he said about the spending of those three particular entities, Vemcott, Airport Authority, and PTSC. All right? That one jumped out yesterday in the Senate. But we're going to get into the Newsday very quickly here. So on the Newsday this morning, CPEP workers plead for jobs after mass firing. CPEP workers, only relax on yourself. Relax. As a matter of fact, Senator Philip Edward Alexander put out a video, I think it was yesterday morning, speaking specifically to that. And we're gonna show you what she had to say. And 5 independent senators support government's bill, no PM's pension for young. That's the headline. All right, so right, cool. So as we get things started, give us back our jobs. That is a cry by CPEP workers. Also, as I give you some of the headlines in the paper this morning before we go to the phone lines and then take our first break. Independent senators split over curtailing PM's pension. And there's a picture here of Independent Senator Courtney McNish, who I thought just, in just pure common sense, logic, simplicity, everything, he explained why he cannot, why he has to support the amendments to the pension bill. Mark warns of consequences for intimidating senators. I think that was an interesting move by the government to call that press conference on Sunday, knowing that the vote was coming on Monday, to kind of put the senators on their back foot, the independent ones now, by alluding to them being appointed by the president and, the president being PM. And I think that was a very strategic move, because when they came out and they did that press conference and they made certain comments, I think Kirk Migo is the one who handled it. It kind of cast a little cloud over them now. You know what I mean? So, kind of put them on the back foot going into the vote yesterday. 5 independent senators support government's bill, no PM's pension for young. Homeless man killed near Grand Bazaar. Appeal court orders retrial for St. Joseph man in card game killing. Los Heroes farmers interested in relocation after land slippage. And of course, this was a big one yesterday as well. Judge Frank C. Prasad stopped the Police Association elections. Those elections were supposed to take place yesterday. It did not. As a matter of fact, the group that we had on, Voices in Blue, they filed an injunction, and I think it has to do with the eligibility of Anand Ramasa. So, an injunction was filed, and it stopped the association elections yesterday. So, Pit Yara, hold on, boy. All right, passenger steals and crashes taxi in Chagonas. A man pretending to be a passenger stole a car from a taxi stand on Sunday while the driver was seeking out other passengers, but crashed it minutes later. You see, there's the thing. If you can't drive, you can't be a car thief. You can't steal cars if you can't drive. You understand? But hopefully they caught him. Let me see. Oh, he hit other vehicles too. And our police are hunting for the suspect. Well, boy, I hope to catch you. You understand? It's people like that should just get life. You understand? Because you try to steal something that somebody working hard for. Then you crash it, so you damage the people's property, costing them money, right? Then you hit other vehicles and endanger the lives of others and cause damage to other people's vehicles, things that people they pay a long period of time, sometimes 6-7 years for a loan, to pay off for the vehicle and that kind of thing. People work hard. You come to thief. When they hold you so, I find, you see like them, they're not supposed to go in front of no judge. It isn't supposed to have no trial for them. We don't want to hear this story. Just put them in the jail and leave them there. I'm serious. Bandits beat Barrackpore retiree in robbery. Another elderly person held up by bandits. Anyway, those are some of the headlines in the paper. SCA results to be released on July the 3rd. Okay, July the 3rd. That is on Thursday. All right? Which is usually the case, more or less. All right, so what we want to do right now, you heard the vote there that was taken in the Senate as it relates to the Prime Minister's pension. We want to open the phone lines, 327-7400. We're going straight to the phone lines, take a few calls before we take the first break this morning. So the phone line is open. Share your thoughts with us. All right, 5 independent senators voted with the government senators, and the bill was passed, as you just saw there. And like I said, Courtney McNish, he really summed it up, and it was very simple for him. How could you award somebody, or how could somebody be awarded, whether it is Stuart Young or anybody else? Somebody's appointed to the position of Prime Minister for 30 days, and then they get a million dollar pension for the rest of their life. That just can't make sense. Hello, good morning.
Morning, Stefan.
Yeah, morning, man. Go ahead.
I really agree 100% with that move. That really and truly, it should have some kind of time to serve in any capacity to get a lifetime pension.
In any line of work, whether it's Prime Minister, MP, whether it's a security guard, a police officer, a fire officer, in any job.
Yeah, and
understand?
but the only a lot of these senators would have expressed some things that something about what it was that going back in time.
The retroactive clause.
Yeah.
Right.
But it was a smart move the way they worded it, because the one person, the elephant in the room is that Stuart Young could have gone to the court, and he could still go to the court and say
he could still go.
He was expecting. He could still go, and that is the thing about the court. The court is there for that. If Stefan feels, well, wait now, I feel I was staying here, you know, and that is law. You could go to the court and you could get an answer. You know what I mean? But Stuart Young, nobody are crying for him, because at the end of the day, he not no poor fella. He not nobody good, and he go and suffer because of that, and end up in no kind of position begging on his.
Well, correct, yeah.
You know,
that's
so
true.
it can make crying over that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
So at the end of the day, it is what it is. And the only thing is, I didn't like how they attacked the independent senators who decided to vote against the bill, but I don't like them too. Everybody should have a free chance to vote without any kind of pressure.
Yeah.
That way, this and that and the other, and that was totally uncalled for. And I agree with the opposition that is something that wasn't in good taste at all.
Okay.
And they shouldn't encourage that.
All right.
They shouldn't encourage that at all.
All right, no problem. Thanks a lot. Yeah, man. But like I said, I tend to agree with you. I'll agree with you halfway there on that, but I just think it was strategy more than anything else. So we could agree to disagree on the strategy, but I think considering what took place with the Children Life Fund bill, where all the independent senators voted with the opposition, I think the government say, well, okay, all right, here we're going on. There's the card we're going to play here. We're going to call our press conference and put them under some pressure, and then we see how they react or how they respond to that. I think it was more strategic than anything else, but nevertheless, everybody should be able to give their vote, without any pressure and not under duress. Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
way. I glad the present day government saved the day. You want to know why I say that?
Why is
Public
that?
servants have to wait 10 years before they're eligible for a pension.
Uh-huh.
Well, they want a man to work a month and collect a pension, and it's not a regular public servant pension. The man collecting is a very big pension. He
It's a
collecting.
huge pension, yeah.
Nah, that was in. That was in. So I glad it worked out the way it worked out, because imagine a man working in service, in a public service for 9.5 years. That means he's not eligible for no pension at all, you know.
That
That's
is
so
true.
unfair, you know.
That is true. He would have fallen 6 months short, yeah.
And on top of that now, well, they want to give people 4%. Nah.
Well, that's a big story.
I very happy the way I really happy the way it turned out. I really happy the way it turned out.
All right, cool, man. And I think, thanks a lot. I think a lot of people, you see, this is the thing. I know the government, the opposition abstained and somebody said it's abstained. But if you listen to the people, there was several polls that were done, one by other networks, other television stations. And when they asked people about it, everybody say they do not agree with that type of pension for somebody who serves such a short term. Everybody say that. It wasn't like it had mixed reactions among the public. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Stefan, and good morning to your listeners. You know, I am so extremely pleased that some of the independent senators had some sense to understand that this needed to be done, because more than just the disparity in somebody deserving that amount of money for just working a few days, you know. You see, the Constitution clearly outlines that the person to be appointed a leader supposed to be the leader of a party. And I'm asking, what does that really mean in the Constitution, leader of party? Because Stuart Young was never the leader of any party, whether it's a soca party, a reggae party, no party. So is it that we have to now come and also insert in the Constitution before the word party political, so that everybody in the country could clearly understand what is meant by the Constitution saying leader of party? Because the requirement was not fulfilled.
Right.
He was never the leader of a party.
Yeah, he was
And if it is
appointed
Dr.
prime
Rowley-
minister or selected to be prime minister.
Yes, he was just appointed by Dr. Rowley, and if Dr. Rowley didn't abuse the Constitution, we would have never been here.
In this position.
We would
yeah.
have never been in this position, because the people didn't foresee that action of Dr. Rowley. And they fully well know what they were about and what they were doing. Because just like how you hand it over, and then as you receive it, you call it, who in the right mind would go through all the work of becoming a prime minister and call elections the next day after winning? Because that is what Stuart did. As you become prime minister, you call the election. Dr. Rowley could have called the election. He didn't have to hand it over to you. And people in this country need to start to use our upstairs so that these people don't abuse us with a long speech and talking rubbish in our ears daily. He is not deserving of it. He did not put in the work. What we paying him $1 million for campaigning?
Yeah.
Because that is all he did as the prime minister in his tenure. Had an opportunity to campaign poorly against Ms. Prasad Bisesa, because what promise did Stuart Young make that was able to come to fruition? Have they furnished the diverse family with any money up to now?
No.
The food cards that he was talking about increasing, did they do that? He was in a position to deliver. No gun was to his head to call the election. After it was concocted by Dr. Rowley, a ways and means to hand it to you without fulfilling the requirement of you being the leader of a party. If anybody can clear up what the Constitution means with that for me, by all means let him have it. If not, let Dr. Rowley give him the pension that he is receiving. Because we don't intend to have that extra burden to carry. Thank you very much.
All right, man, thanks a lot. All right, so I've got to go to a break. I'll come back to the phone lines after the break. But, you know, that's another interesting point. Shouldn't it be that the person, if you're going to apply a pension to a prime minister, shouldn't it be somebody who is elected to that position? Now, we know how the politics is and how things are in Trinidad and Tobago. You have a political party. The political party has a leader. The party wins the election, and the leaders are appointed as the prime minister, right? So, in the situation that took place there, the caller is right. Dr. Rowley totally disregarded the Constitution, the PNM Constitution and everything else, and he just appointed and selected an individual to be prime minister going into an election. Now, if nobody voted for him, and when the time did come to vote, he lost resoundingly, right? So that result within itself shows a rejection by the public of not only the PNM but him as the face, or whatever the case might be, right? So to be entitled to a pension like that when the people have resoundingly rejected you is not fair. Now, if you were elected as prime minister, elected by the people, that's a different thing. You know what I mean? And I didn't hear, I'm not too sure if that point was made in the Senate or the House, but I think that's an important point. You should be elected, not selected. You understand? The people have to vote for you. All right, so just before we go to the break, I want to remind you about the Keolik range of products. And this range of products is backed by science, people. Science, yes. All right, and they have over 900 scientific research and clinical trials. And this is made from aged garlic extract. All right, it's organically grown and it's aged without heat to convert the harsh and unstable organosulfur compounds in garlic into odorless, non-irritating, and bioavailable compounds. Now, there are several products in the line, including the Keolik Cleanse and Digestion, the Keolik Blood Pressure Health, the Keolik Cholesterol Health, the Keolik Total Heart Health, the Keolik Circulation Health, all proven to be effective and in sustaining healthy levels, and all include the aged garlic extract formulation. There's also the Keo Green Powder Drink Mix and the Keodophilus Probiotics. And you could pick up any one of these items in the Keolik range at any pharmacy across Trinidad and Tobago health stores. You can also WhatsApp 7280338 for more information. So go ahead and give them a WhatsApp today. Also, we have Palm Star promotions. Of course, Palm Star promotions. Parents and teachers, listen up carefully, especially those of you in Tobago, because Tobago, your turn is now. Palm Star Promotions is back with the 4th annual Spelling and Vocabulary Challenge, and your child could be the next spelling star. Happening July 12th at Lowlands Mall. It's open to standards 3, 4, and 5, ages 9 to 12 plus, including homeschool students. The top prize, of course, a desktop computer for the school with the most student entries and points. Plus, loads more up for grabs, tablets, medals, and exciting surprises. Now, shopping at Charan's in Tunapuna, Trin City, San Juan, or Diego Martin will get you 5% off any Kotese Kotila dictionary. And you can register now by visiting Palm Star Promotions or calling Auntie Esther on 4712604. And remember, no uniforms, dress elegantly casual. It's time to listen, learn, and shine only with Palm Star Promotions. With that, we take the first break, and we will be back after this as we come back with the phone calls.
No time to waste this vacation. Join Elders Classes Vacation Bootcamp.
Our vacation program has a wide range of CSEC subjects. Also, this vacation, we have an 8 weeks conversational Spanish course. Tradition allows us at Elders to pass on what we know and what we love.
Drill them this vacation. No kicks. Join your batch.
Trinidad and Tobago, get ready to celebrate a legend and say thank you, Sparrow. This will be the ultimate tribute to the Calypso King of the world.
Education, education, this is the foundation.
Be part of an unforgettable night of music, memories, and magic as some of his younger proteges take the stage to honor and say thank you, Sparrow.
This is no time to say you are federating no more.
All happening Friday, July 25th at the iconic Grandstand, Queen's Park, Savannah. Showtime, 7:30 p.m. Tickets $300 and $250, but first edition tickets bought by Monday, June 30th cost $75 less.
For more info, call 491-1802.
I'm looking for a magic for this disaster of a war.
You need a master plan. A what? Kaleidoscope Weathermaster Exterior Latex Emulsion. It stands up to our wicked sun and crazy rain. It shields against fading, protects against mildew, and is crack resistant. This paint so tough that it is tried and tested against British standards and formulated with European raw materials.
Kaleidoscope Weathermaster Exterior Latex Emulsion, the premium outdoor paint that protects and shields against fading. Available at hardware and Kaleidoscope color shops nationwide.
My parents' generation grew up with Royal Castle. From the first restaurant in 1968, when that distinctive, tempting aroma hit the air. Like never before, fried chicken with a special blend of local seasonings and a one-of-a-kind flavor down to the bone. Today, Royal Castle still have that same delicious taste, and I love it too. And the kids, they have more to enjoy. For me, the castle is more than just nice food. It's we own, part of me and you, and is the real flavor of TNT.
Beautiful color can be easy with Biogen Easy Color for women. Biogen has a gentle conditioning formula that leaves hair healthy and shiny. It's easy to apply, no stains, no drips. Biogen Easy Color for women.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595 to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
To strengthen your immune system, you need to nourish your body with foods rich in antioxidants. Exercise regularly and build your immunity with supportive nutrients. That's why the experts at Jameson created products for immune support made with pure ingredients. For 100 years, Jameson has helped take care of you and your family. At Jameson, your wellness will always be our goal. Jameson, here for your health.
Steel Force Caribbean Limited, number 47, Lot 6, Montu Trace in Pinal, is your newest choice for steel construction and fabrication, offering full services in engineering and architectural design, structural steel fabrication and erection, pipe details, storage tank details including fabrication of steel tanks and pipes, all set to API standards. They offer a wide range of services in residential, commercial, and industrial clients, and extend services to customers here in Trinidad and Tobago and across the Caribbean. So, give them a call at 490-2771 or 399-7590. Steel Force Caribbean Limited, number 47, Lot 6, Montu Trace in Pinal, reinventing the standard of how we handle steel.
Hey! All you let we go Vincy Mass this year. I don't hear everybody talking about the vibes, the all-inclusive parties, the juve, the street parade, and the competitions in pan, mass, and calypso. And don't talk about soca monarch. It's real bad. And to top it off, Vincy Mass is easy on the pocket, but it's classy and very safe. So all you let we go Vincy Mass this year is June 27th to July 8th, and we in that.
Book your tickets and accommodations early. For more information, email info@vincymass.vc or find them on IG at Vincy_Mass, on Facebook at Vincy Mass, or log on to www.vincymass.vc.
Let we go Vincy Mass 2025!
Bad hair days? Not on our watch. Shamir's herbal line grows it. I natural styles and roots it. Sitting here, we bring it back. Shamir, 100% natural. Love your hair.
All right, people, so we're back, and as we return, we were talking about the bill being passed in the Senate yesterday. 5 independent senators voted with the government senators. So we want to go back to the phone line, get your thoughts on that. 327-7400. Let's go. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Good
morning. Morning, man. Go ahead.
Well, I think the government came out on the right side with that bill yesterday, to tell you the truth. Stefan, because that was the way that the people being done there. As far as I'm concerned, Mr. Young had no rights to get a pension the way he was exalted into that office, and is a fitting reward for him after what happened in this country for the past 10 years under his government. And you know, it are 2 senators that sit out in that opposition, that independent for me. You know, you see that fellow named Anthony Vera, and the one that named Murray.
Yeah.
Murray. Those 2, I think the government should hire them to go into all these schools throughout the length and breadth of Trinidad and Tobago and teach abstinence, because that is all they got to do. Abstain, abstain, abstain. So they can teach each other how to abstain from things, right? What I'm not talking about.
All right, no problem. Yeah, man. Yeah, I listened to Murray. Murray said what I had to laugh yesterday. Murray said, morning Barakport, that's how I hold on it. Murray said, so what happens if a prime minister dies in the line of duty? And there is a reason why a prime minister have security detail and all kind of thing. Murray, if I join the police service and I'm in the police service for 1 week and they send me on an exercise and I get shot and killed, should my family be entitled to the pension, the same pension that an officer getting who served 20 years? Look, morning. What going on, Barakpur?
Good morning, Stefan. Stefan, well, the first debate that person supposed to make was to go and ensure that the diver's family get compensated. Them had to be done. Stefan, let me tell you something. We just get carried away with the phrase third world. You know, everybody will be walking around and hear people referring to the country as third world. And, you know, we raise we head high and don't realize third world don't have nothing to do with the infrastructure and the crime and how poor your country is, you know. Third world is referred to as such a dotish people living in a country, you know. That's what really third world means, you know. And when we in a country have to spend all this resource, all kind of dotish explanation and thing for why it is this man didn't supposed to be getting pension. That is third world. You know, my money spent yesterday alone in having this discussion in Parliament to tell this population and tell that person that you're not entitled to a pension like that in that order. You just have to go and work and make 750 contributions to NIS. That could be a whole life. And if you fall short by one, you're not qualified for NIS to get a pension.
Yep.
You understand? And that is with law. But here comes now, let me tell you something. Stuart Young could have come, Rowley could have do what he want to make Stuart Young the Prime Minister. He could have even make a coup and come the Prime Minister. That have nothing to do with what's supposed to happen. You understand?
Yeah.
For every intelligent thinking citizen of Trinidad and Tobago, if something is wrong, we don't want to reach this level to tell the population, and then it have people trying to defend what is wrong, and then you have people fighting for CPEP, work in this country and saying that that's their rights.
But not only that too, in terms of that, shouldn't the individual themselves, you know, just know from a moral standpoint that, okay, I really don't deserve that?
Stephanie, you talking moral in this country?
What?
You talking Alwari? You talking Fitzgerald Hines? You talking Champa Kojo and all these kind of people? You talking about moral, you know? That is a game, you know. That don't apply to a human being and the way they think, you know. Moral is when you bounce the ball and pelt it on some wall or some kind of thing, you know. Not where it relates to people in this country, you know. A man who have 10,000 people rallying behind him for $60 and $70 a day, when he was collecting $10 million a year in rent for just one property, you know. That is moral. And then he come into play, he representing these people.
Okay.
Let me tell you something. People can say what they want in this country. We is third world not because of this condition of the country, because of how we just think. And how we just operate. We set our dotish people in this country. And
Right.
unless we don't think, start fixing our way, how we just think and behavior, we would always remain third world. No matter how much money and how much oil we discover again, we will still remain third world. Have a good morning, Stefan.
All right, thanks a lot. I heard Vieira talk about setting a bad precedent with the retroactive clause. What bad precedent? So what about the bad precedent that somebody could just be appointed prime minister for a few days and get $1 million pension? That is not a bad precedent too? Morning. Sometimes I wonder. Yes.
Morning.
Yeah, we're good.
Morning. The pattern of the independent senators, how they were voting and abstaining, was called for concern prior to this incident here.
Yeah,
Dr. Winsford James and Dr. Hamid Ghani expressed that same sentiment also. And during the debate yesterday, all the independent senators echoed the same sentiment of the opposition, where there was in disagreement with the retroactive aspect of the bill. So during the debate also, Foster Cummins made a point in the committee stage about how Stuart Young was appointed. So it brings to the attention of everybody that how Stuart Young was appointed. We had a man who was good, normal. Well, some people say mad, but Dr. Rowley was normal, nothing wrong with him, and he just decided he ended up, and he appointed Stuart Young as the prime minister, and then they went into election. So he could have called the election before and put Stuart Young as the leader if he wanted it, or let the party choose who they wanted, but he didn't do that. So what they used the pension issue as an issue to the bar of trying to prevent present government and future governments from doing the same appointments of prime minister going forward, because this present government, there are 28 MPs for the government in the parliament right now. And the prime minister could remain the leader of the party or the leader of whoever it is, and appoint everybody on a 1 month basis as a prime minister. You'll have 28 people. Do you think you have enough space in the airport to put up all of them, Peter? And then all of them now entitled to a pension. So they use the pension issue as something to force people to desist from doing that kind of foolishness that took place. And this is where we are right now. So we have to look at the issues for what it is. And that basically mission accomplished. So we want to say thanks to all who voted to make sure that didn't happen, and hope it doesn't happen in the future. You have a nice day, man.
Yeah, and I think it's the fact that you have to if you are in government and you're about good governance, you have to right the wrongs of the past. So we know that we have a lot of laws. Just moving away from this, we know we have a lot of laws on the books that really need to go. They're archaic laws and they just need to go. They don't make no sense in the modern day. So those are things that you have to go back and correct. And there are certain policies and legislations that need to be corrected. Morning.
Hello? Morning.
Yeah, morning. Go ahead.
Stefan, as a retired public servant, I want to thank all the senators who voted for this bill, because I retired at range 57. The highest range is 68 in the public service, and my pension is $6,800. I waited 13 years for an increase, which they offered at 4%, which would have increased my pension by $200. So on behalf of the retired public servants, we hope to get something a little better from this government, but Stuart Young shouldn't be entitled to a pension like that. Thank you.
All right, thanks a lot. Now we're going to go to a break again. We've got to go to a break. When I come back, I'll take a few more calls. But yeah, I made a point just now. If an individual is saying that, if somebody says that they're willing to serve the country, what is service the country? In a situation where, that, oh gosh, this should not have had to reach this stage. If it was me, I as an individual, I say, look, let me just fix our policy, and because I really, I don't think it's right that I should receive that, because as a matter of fact, how long did he serve for? Because some people saying 30 days, but it would not have been 30 days because he was only prime minister up to the point where the parliament was dissolved. And that would have happened upon calling the election. When he called the election, the parliament would have been dissolved. So you're only prime minister up to that point. And I think he was appointed, and just about a day later, or I think it was 24 hours later, boom, election date was called and parliament was dissolved. So I think he was actually prime minister for 1 day, not 30 days. I heard some people mention 30 days in the Senate yesterday, but you know, you gotta know for yourself, Dred. You gotta be honest with yourself and say, look, I really not deserving of that, and you know, and I mean the entire population, I think, is agreeing with the position that has been taken now with this law that has been passed, and I think that is a win for the people. You know, so we're going to take the break. I want to remind parents, if you're looking for something meaningful for the kids this summer, Open Minds. That's right. Open Minds Education. They have it for you. Open Minds is back with their online summer camp, and it's more than just worksheets and lectures. From July 21st to August 15th, Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to noon, your child will be learning math, grammar, and creative writing live on Zoom. No drop-offs, no traffic, no hassle, just smart learning from the comfort of your home. Spots are limited, so WhatsApp them now on 388-6635. That is 388-6635. That's Open Minds Education. That's Open Minds Education Beyond Boundaries. And finally, as we go to the break here, I want to remind you guys about Chef Shiraz Culinary Academy. Chef Shiraz has I sent Chris the new flyer. Yeah. Chef have several courses taking place. You will have to call him just to confirm the dates, but it's the food, restaurant and catering workshop, the summer kids cooking class, the certificate in culinary arts, the baking and pastry, and the creative international cuisine course. You can call Chef Shiraz or WhatsApp him on 3724639 or 7375097 to get started with those courses today, whichever one suits you. We will be back after this.
Why don't we just run away to St. Vincent and the Grenadines via AIA for a holiday? Pack the things, let's go. Come with me right away.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595 to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
My parents' generation grew up with Royal Castle. From the first restaurant in 1968, when that distinctive, tempting aroma hit the air. Like never before, fried chicken with a special blend of local seasonings and a one-of-a-kind flavor down to the bone. Today, Royal Castle still have that same delicious taste, and I love it too. And the kids, they have more to enjoy. For me, the Castle is more than just nice food. It's we own, part of me and you, and is the real flavor of TMT.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Lisha high quality, unbleached, bromate free, all purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Lisha flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Lisha Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit them at Warrenville, Canupia. Chic Lisha Limited. Quality you can trust.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE, that is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
Most popular psychic and spiritual healer, Master Santosh Ji, are you worried about the problems in your life? Are you facing problems in your relationship? Do you have problems in your job or business? Are you facing health issues? Then the only solution. Master Santosh Ji. He is an expert in palm, face, and horoscope reading. Know your future and change the way of your life. He is expert in solving problems related to love, relationship, job, health, finance, sexual, enemy, spiritual problem, many more. He removes all negativity and gives good luck. He is specialist in getting back loved ones and ex-love back. Get an effective solution for all your problems. Call Master Santosh Ji at +1 868-384-3844. Located in all over Trinidad and Tobago.
It's not really my place to involve myself in what PNM people do. What PNM people choose to do, that's their business. But I just want to tell the rest of Trinidad and Tobago that all the noise and fury that you're hearing the PNM making about these CPEP workers, I want to tell you what is really at the heart of this. Inside CPEP, which was set up as a way to give people who have no employment opportunities to develop and get a salary, what CPEP became is a way for the PNM to hand their friends, family, and finances massive contracts. The workers at the bottom of CPEP that are doing the actual work, they're getting a little $200, $300, $400 a day. That's not the money. They have contractors in the PNM, former government ministers, former senators that got hundreds of thousands of dollars through CPEP. I want to tell you, I am holding a document in my hand of a former PNM minister and gave himself $11.9 million 7 days before the election and farmed it out in a set of small companies, in a set of small contracts that he make all the money. So don't be led astray this morning. I'm not telling you this. Because all the CPEP workers, all 100% of them going to be hired back in legitimate CPEP companies. It is the contractors, those who live in Bayshore, Fairway, Sinclair, the woman who driving the multi-million-dollar German car that have the contract to clean HTC compounds. You see them? That's who really on the line here. Paris, Penny, and Stuart are interested in going and fight for a little poor me one. Trying to fight for their friends, family, and finances. But I can't wait for the ghost gang issue to reach inside the court. PNM bouncing their head hard here. And before the ink dry on any paper, they make all their sign and they go ask all for deposit for money to come and for the representation. At the end of this all, they're going to use poor people again. And I'm telling you this, all of you who think that you have lost your jobs in CPEP, you're going to get your jobs back. But with legitimate CPEP companies and not friends, family, and finances of the PNM using you, using your labor to steal public funds.
All right, so that is Senator Philip Alexander there. He put out that video yesterday morning in response to the situation with CPEP. And this morning in the paper, CPEP workers plea for jobs after mass firing. Now, yesterday I mentioned in the article that I read with Barry Padarat said that there are other places in the public sector that those persons can be placed, or something to that effect. But on the CPEP issue, because I know it's going to affect a lot of people, you know, they have school coming up, people have to buy the books and all kind of thing. So as contractors submitted their final timesheets, marking the end of their employment under the Community-Based Environmental Protection and Enhancement Program, several of their workers called on the government to rehire them. And an estimated 10,500 workers had relied on CPEP for their livelihoods, and many said they are now facing an uncertain future. You know, it's sad when this is what you rely on. And I'm talking about a job where the salary ain't all that. It is sad when a program like this, that was supposed to be a stepping stone program towards bigger things for persons, you come through the program and then, you know, you kind of graduate, for lack of a better term, to something else, like I said yesterday, welding, plumbing, carpentry, whatever, you know what I mean? Or you get yourself into a job paying more money, that kind of thing, a better job. So this was really a little stepping stone thing to give you a little ease and maybe a little financial independence, so that if you're studying a little trade or something, you have a little money to pay for it and that kind of thing, and then you move on to something else. It was something like that. And now it has become this dependency career that people in the lower class of life, you know, they gravitate towards it. And it becomes their livelihood, right? But 327-7400, like Alexander said there, all, 100% of you will get your jobs back, but it's going to be in legitimate CPEP, legitimate contracts with legitimate, in a legitimate company or something, sort of what he said. Hello, good morning.
Morning, Mr. Stefan.
Yeah, man, what's going on? Talk to us.
I was coming to see something, but you start on CPEP. When last time you see a little sign mark, this is a URP project.
I have not seen any URP work going on for the longest while, since the pandemic, all that stuff.
Yeah, I used to see them doing the pavement and drain. I thought I would sign mark URP.
Yeah, you don't see that
URP
again.
project. I don't see that again.
But if you wanted to comment on the first topic, it's not a problem, and you could do so quickly.
Well, I'm happy that some individuals recognize Dr. Murray. She's the only individual who gave amendments to the bill, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the opposition gave no amendments to the bill, none whatsoever. They just abstained when they voted.
Right.
Abstained in the House of Representatives also, right? And I want to see who go into court now, because I the comments on all them social media platforms. The comments is that this law illegal, and they go into court for the law, and the court go strike out the law because it's ad hominem. Right? That's the argument. It's one of the main arguments Senator Vieira, SC, put across. He gave 7 pointers why the bill X or the bill Y, and he abstained also.
Right.
Right? So I want to know who go into court to fight for Mr. Young to get the pension. It can't be Mr. Young. It has to be somebody that represent him. I want to know how that's working out, and I hope you get the information, the PTSC, VIMCOT, etc. 50-some million in parts in PTSC we can use. You have a contract to provide parts from the supplier, the boss. You buy in China, let's call it Chinese parts, fake parts,
right,
from somebody. And a man called a former senator who owned a diesel company. That company was named in the house in the speech put out by the minister. And how much parts quantity and millions of dollars in parts purchased from the said company around the same time when the person was sworn in. Hope you get the information and educate the people. Have a good morning.
All right, no problem, man. Yep. Yeah, I'm going again. Oh God, I missed it. I missed it here. Yeah, morning. Morning.
Morning. Good program, man.
Uh-huh.
I want to talk something off the CPEP thing. I
Sure.
want to talk about charity workers who didn't get the land as yet.
Currently workers that did not get their land yet?
No, and charity closed down since 2003.
Yeah, and I know, and a lot of the workers have not been compensated still, right?
Yeah. So I hope Auntie can give them the land this 5 years.
Well, we will see. I think that's something that needs to be resolved. That going on for too long. All right.
Okay.
All right.
That will be good. Take care.
You too.
Okay, bye-bye.
Yeah, the currently workers issue is another one that needs to be resolved sooner than later. Hello, good morning.
Stefan, good morning.
Good morning, my dear. Go ahead.
If you would permit me, you reiterated or you stated my thoughts and what I'm speaking about. I personally find Church Young and them have nothing in them. Because if you are somebody with morals and ethics, you of yourself could have come out and said, here what? I really don't deserve this. I didn't serve long enough. Put something in place to correct this, right?
Yeah.
Stefan, it's really, really sad, right, that he could say he didn't know $500 couldn't buy groceries or $1,000 couldn't buy groceries. Where were you living for the last 10 years? Right?
Right.
With regards to the ruling, I think it is a win for the country and not just a win for the government. Right?
Yeah.
We have a lot of us out there, Stefan, public servants included. The pension is small. Regardless of what range you work, the pension is small. And
Right.
everybody is talking about public servants having to wait 10 years to get a pension. Public servants have to wait 15 years to get appointed to a post. So even after you work 10 years, you're not eligible for a pension. You have to be appointed before you could be eligible for a pension.
Okay.
Right? So you could do the research on that. That is fact. That is not just old talk.
Yeah.
Right? At the end of the day, I am disappointed with Penelope Beckles, right? Because you'll abstain from something that you know deep down was not benefiting. It was not proper. It wasn't right. You came here on this moral high horse that, you were a different type of leader and all of that. But the fact of the matter is it was wrong regardless.
Okay.
Right? On the independent senators, I honestly believe since before this, they were never independent. When you look at the decisions that they make, they have a bias. Even when you go back to when Paul Richards was there, they come off on the facade of being independent. But when you look at the things they support and obtain, they really are not.
Right.
Right, Steph? So,
Okay.
I mean, that's my contribution. Have a great day.
All right, no problem. Thanks a lot. Yeah. I think I could squeeze one more, just one. And then I have to take the break. We have our good friends from Antigua and Barbuda joining us in the second hour, as well as AJ Academic. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, go ahead.
Calling to get on to,
Go ahead, you're live, go ahead.
Hear what? I was working CPEP, and I had a lot of wrong things that's going on CPEP. We have a guy on my team who wasn't coming to work for 4 days and he's still getting the whole pay. The foreman leaving, signing a paper, and going and put somewhere else.
Wow.
So that is why I'm calling, and I'm glad that the stop it we do it over.
But darling,
Because
let me ask you something
there's a lot
now.
of wrong things going on.
But sweetheart, let me ask you something. I'm going to ask you a serious question here now, because this is one of the things that I think in the restructuring or the rebranding of CPEP and whatever the government has in place, and I just need to find out something, because somebody told me something, and it was a female, and you said that you work CPEP, right?
Yes.
In terms
of until the last day to stop it.
In terms of women working at CPEP, in terms of let's see, facilitating for you all for hygiene, maybe if it's that time of the month, kind of thing,
Yeah,
you know,
gotta go in the
certain...
bush. Gotta go in the bush. Gotta go in
This
the
is
bush.
what the person was telling
Gotta
me.
go all, yeah, all in the bush. Yeah. Yeah. You have no kind of toilet. It's only if you go by, like, you're working by the bus terminal, say, my cat to use the toilet. You'll ask to use the toilet.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's a serious thing because I think, you know, a lot of people drop the ball with women facilitating for women, and CPEP have a lot of women working for them.
I just keep up my urine until I reach home. I just clean on myself because I don't want to go in the bush.
But this is what the next lady was telling me.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a very, very real thing then.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I'll pass on that information as a suggestion to see if they could improve that, because I think better needs to be done where that is regarded. Thanks a lot.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, my dear. Yeah, somebody told me about that yesterday. Unfortunately, we had a whole lot of phone calls. Somebody told me about that yesterday, and I was like, what? And they said, yes, Stefan, as a woman working CPEP, these are the things that you have to go through, and I think that needs to be improved. You know, not because people are working for minimum wage or they're low-income earners, means that the working environment should not accommodate to certain needs. And when we're talking about women, man is a different thing. You understand? A man will find a corner and relieve and pass water. Woman is a whole different kettle of fish. You know, I think certain things need to be improved on as it relates to women. And I think a lot of people overlook that. You know, it's not something on the front burner then. For a lot of people, you don't really think, you know, women in the workplace and certain things facilitated to them now. So that's something that I'll pass on that information. I just wanted a second opinion before I put it forward, because I didn't know if it was that person alone now. You know? But now that look, I hear it from another person here. You understand what I'm saying? So another female. So that's something we got to look at. All right, if they really want to improve the standards of CPEP, that is something that has to be definitely looked at. All right, so Jameson, as we go to the break, we want you to boost your immune system with Jameson immunity products to fight off the seasonal sniffles, such as their cold fighter with Echinacea Vitamin C Chews with the honey lemon flavor. And for additional support, try their delicious Vitamin D3 Chews and Ultra Strength Zinc. All right, and that is Jameson. I want you to make sure, check out Jameson and pick up the Jameson line of products as well, all right? Also, we have Elders, all right? So for those of you who are not happy with your child's end-of-term results, don't worry, because you can enroll your child at Elders Vacation Boot Camp classes and get them serious about their education and improve those grades for the new school term. Also, Elders has the 8-week conversational Spanish class that is open to students who just finished SEA, and also forms 1 to 5 students and adults. And you could call them on 627-8642 or WhatsApp them on 715-5480. You could also visit them on 48A Pembroke Street in Port of Spain. And finally, as we go to the break, just give me Eden Heights one time. So we got Eden Heights Clinic, one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean, and they offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments from prolozone therapy to halotherapy, limb bagging, weight loss programs, and more. They also offer consultation services in diabetes, arthritis, heart disease, high blood pressure, knee, shoulder, back pain, and more. So visit them at any one of their 3 locations in Trinity, Chaguanas, or Tobago, and you can give them a call on 640-8985 or 613-7571. And for those of you in Tobago, you can WhatsApp 493-9196 or email them at edenheightsdistributors@gmail.com. We are going to the break. When we come back from the break, we have our good friends from Antigua joining us, including, including the Minister of Creative Industries, Education and Sports as well, Daryl Matthews, and the Tourism Communication Manager, Maria Blackman. And of course, we are headed to Antigua later on this month to cover the Antigua Carnival. Breaking Dawn will be in Antigua for 2 weeks. And this show will be carried live from Antigua for 2 weeks. We are headed to St. Vincent and the Grenadines tomorrow. And we have a weekend in St. Vincent and the Grenadines with Breaking Dawn. And then we're down in the later in the month into August with Antigua. So we'll chat with them. They are here actually in the country, but we're going to chat with them via Zoom when we return. Stay tuned.
Adventure lives here, where nature inspires every step.
Set sail and explore the wonders of our islands.
Feel the rhythm of our festivals.
Joyful, vibrant, and unforgettable.
Whether you seek adventure
or tranquility, St. Vincent and the Grenadines has it all.
Trinidad and Tobago, get ready to celebrate a legend and say thank you, Sparrow. This will be the ultimate tribute to the Calypso King of the world.
Education, education, this is the foundation.
Be part of an unforgettable night of music, memories, and magic as some of his younger proteges take the stage to honor and say thank you, Sparrow.
This is no time to say you are federating no more.
All happening Friday, July 25th at the iconic Grandstand, Queen's Park, Savannah. Showtime, 7:30 p.m. Tickets $300 and $250. But first edition tickets bought by Monday, June 30th cost $75 less.
For more info, call 491-1802.
Have you thought about where you're going for lunch today? Well, Tanti's Creole Food serves the best in local dishes at a great price. They're located at Alta's Panyard, Duke Street, Port of Spain. They offer the best in Creole, Chinese, and curry dishes. Don't miss their after-work special and soup Saturdays. It's cow heel, oxtail, pigtail, and chicken foot soup. And also, fish broth is on the menu. Give them a call or WhatsApp 734-3398 or simply visit them at the All-Star Panyard, Duke Street, Port of Spain. Safe and secure parking is also available. Tanti's Creole Food, the best in town. Check them out today.
Introducing Open Minds primary school lessons 100% online. Get quality education from the comfort of your home. Affordable, expert-led online tuition to help your child succeed. Register today. Call or WhatsApp 388-6635 or visit www.openminds.education.
To strengthen your immune system, you need to nourish your body with foods rich in antioxidants. Exercise regularly and build your immunity with supportive nutrients. That's why the experts at Jameson created products for immune support made with pure ingredients. For 100 years, Jameson has helped take care of you and your family. At Jameson, your wellness will always be our goal. Jameson, here for your health.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595 to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Air conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including pressure test kits, refrigerators parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 Corner Roland Street and Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
Steel Force Caribbean Limited, number 47, Lot 6, Montu Trace in Pinal, is your newest choice for steel construction and fabrication, offering full services in engineering and architectural design, structural steel fabrication and erection, pipe details, storage tank details including fabrication of steel tanks and pipes, all set to API standards. They offer a wide range of services in residential, commercial, and industrial clients, and extend services to customers here in Trinidad and Tobago and across the Caribbean. So, give them a call at 490-2771 or 399-7590. Steel Force Caribbean Limited, number 47, Lot 6, Montu Trace in Pinal, reinventing the standard of how we handle steel.
Beautiful color can be easy with Biogen Easy Color for women. Biogen has a gentle conditioning formula that leaves hair healthy and shiny. It's easy to apply. No stains, no drips. Biogen Easy Color for women.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Bad hair days? Not on our watch. Chemere's herbal line grows it. Eye natural styles and roots it. Thinning hair, we bring it back. Chemere, 100% natural. Love your hair.
No time to waste this vacation. Join Elders Classes Vacation Bootcamp.
Our vacation program has a wide range of CSEC subjects. Also, this vacation, we have an 8 weeks conversational Spanish course. Tradition allows us at Elders to pass on what we know and what we love.
Drill them this vacation. No kicks. Join your batch.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Leisha high quality, unbleached, bromate free, all purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Leisha flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Leisha Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit them at Warrenville, Canupia. Chic Leisha Limited. Quality you can trust.
All right, so we're back on Breaking Dawn. Chris. Yeah, all right, cool. Yo, let's check this thing from out front here. All right. This now. Oh, God. Yeah. I don't know what went on with that. All right, so we're back on Breaking Dawn this morning. And as we return, we're 15 minutes past your 7 o'clock. We got AJ Academic joining us in just a little bit. We are waiting on our friends from Antigua and Barbuda. We're going to give them a little moment here. And, well, if we don't get that communication, well, we may have to move on. But as we're moving on, they say they're not seeing it. Fellas, the link. Resend it now. Well, that's what the life is saying here. That's now. Yeah, you put it in the chat. All right. While they organize the link for Antigua and Barbuda, I want to bring your attention to an article here. Director, give me the change agents now. Change agents. Let me just tackle this in the meantime. Because this is another problem that needs to be resolved in the public sector. 140 agents let go from Rural Development Ministry. Now, Senator Faris Al-Rawi has raised issues with the fact that 140 employees at the Ministry of Rural Development and Local Government were sent home after their contracts ended and were not renewed. So the contracts ended and have not been renewed. So the contracts ended. Now, he was speaking in the Parliament during an opposition press conference, and he said, at the Rural Development Ministry that I used to lead, 140 persons were sent home. Contracts ended, they were not renewed. Those were the change agents, right? He said, while the government has not officially confirmed the terminations, Guardian Media has obtained a WhatsApp message from the program's director confirming the initiative will end with the expiration of contracts on June 30th. Now, on June 17th, a member of the team messaged Guardian Media saying, quote, I'm messaging to let you know that the 140 change agents have been given notice via WhatsApp that they are not to be retained. That person messaged again saying the CEO of the corporation I worked at called us on Thursday to inform us that they received an email saying that Monday would be our last day. Now, in a message to the team, the community administrator in the Rural Development and Local Government Change Agents Group wrote, I receive official confirmation today that the program will conclude with the expiration of your contracts on June 30th, right? So the contracts ended, it was not renewed. Now, I just want to take you a little deeper down into this, thing, because the workers said they were currently on their 6th consecutive contract. This is what the workers said, eh? So when Faris Al-Wari and them raising this, right, raising issues like this about people contract ending and not being renewed, and he's admitting that he was in charge of this division. So this is under his watch. Hear what the workers say. The workers said they were currently on their 6th consecutive contract with no access to sick leave, vacation, or gratuity, despite 26 months of continuous employment. This is real what I read in here, you know. These are workers under contract at the Rural Development and Local Government Ministry who have worked more than 2 years consecutively with no access to sick leave, vacation, or gratuity. But senators in the Senate want to build an argument as to why somebody who holds a position as Prime Minister for a day or 30 days should get $1 million pension. You see, everything is right in front of you. You dig it? But Faris, you didn't think it, you know, in your mind, your heart, your soul, your back, your knee, your elbow, your ankle, your heel, that maybe you should have tried to fix that system where people are on contract, working under contract, contracts are being renewed, right? And the people have no access to sick leave, vacation, or gratuity after 2 years and 2 months. Now, Guardian Media asked Rural Development Minister Khadija Amin about the possible dismissals earlier this month, and she didn't confirm directly, but said programs and initiatives started under the former administration were under review. She stressed that decisions would not be made vaiki-vaik, but would align with the new government's goals. Among programs under review are change management initiatives and policies introduced by the previous administration. The objectives include continuing programs that are effective, repurposing or discontinuing those that do not meet current goals, making local government more efficient and people-centered, and strengthening regional cooperations through better access to human and financial resources. Amin said local government should play a more active role in national development, supporting social services, education, flood mitigation, and economic recovery, areas she believes were sidelined before. All right? So, and then it goes on to tell you how much people the opposition believes as we'll put on the breadline with the whole decision with CPEP and WASA. But here you have it, right here. People who work in for 26 months, they can't get sick leave. The Prime Minister mentioned in one of her earlier press conferences, I think it was an early press conference, one of the first, maybe first three that she did, or first two that she did. She mentioned the issue of government workers, public servants being on contract, short-term contract, and that contract then is renewed, and then it expires and it's renewed again. And she made mention, and we have spoken about this in the past, that people you cannot acquire stability when you're living like that on a contract that expires and then you have to hope it's renewed. You understand? I know people going through that. It have some of them who working in certain ministries and their contract will be up later this year. And right now they don't know what to do, how to move. Some people might want to purchase a little vehicle because they're saving and putting aside a little money. They want to know if to go and make that purchase because they're not too sure if the contract would be renewed. And these are real issues that real people face on a daily, weekly, monthly, yearly basis. And that system, which does not work just like the CPEP system and so many other systems in Trinidad and Tobago, it needs to be assessed and restructured. If you are employed by the government, you need stability. It cannot be that you have people on 6-month contract and then you have to break the contract and then give them a 2 weeks and then bring them back and rehire them again. And no, people can't be going on. No, that has to stop. And I hope that this new administration deals with that. Right? But just the Faris Al-Rawi, you see how when you open your mouth, Tory just jump out? You was in charge of that ministry. You were the former Attorney General of Trinidad and Tobago. One of the highest offices in the land. What you do to fix that system? To make sure that workers who working continuously for a specific period of time, it was entitled to sick leave and vacation and so on and so forth. What you do? You ain't do nothing. But you're coming to talk about who contract ended and wasn't renewed. Anyway. I just thought I should mention that. But we got to take a break. As we go to the break, hold on there. As we go to the break. Okay, that's all, guys. Where am I? Okay. All right, cool. So here we are. Yeah, let me get JNP and Steel Force as well. So as we go to the break, I want to remind you about JNP Pest Control. That's right, JNP Pest Control Limited, experts in all types of pest control, ranging from termites to rodents, ants, cockroaches, lawn pests, and much more. Armed with the latest techniques and technologies, including fumigation for drywood termites, JNP Pest Control's professionally trained staff, they are ready to tackle even the most difficult infestations. And for a free inspection and quotation, contact them today at 61 to 65 Covine Road in Diego Martin. You could also call them on 227-0835 or WhatsApp them on 250-8397. You can email them at jppestcontrol@hotmail.com and let them shield your home or business from pesky pests. Also, we got Steel Force Caribbean Limited, and they are located at number 47, lot 6, Montu Trace in Pinal, and they are your newest choice for steel construction and fabrication, offering full services in engineering and architectural design, structural steel fabrication and erection, pipe details, storage tank details, including fabrication of steel tanks and pipes, all set at API standards. They offer a wide range of services for residential, commercial, and industrial clients, and extend services to customers here in Trinidad and Tobago and across the Caribbean. So, give them a call on 490-2771 or 399-7590. Steel Force Caribbean Limited, reinventing the standards on how we handle steel. And with that, we take the break. 26 minutes past the hour, 7 o'clock, and we will see what's going on with Antigua and Barbados. Stay tuned.
Ready to unlock your potential? Welcome to Open Minds Education from preschool to high school. We bring expert tutoring right to your home 100%, with a stunning 450% growth in enrollment. We're transforming education with real results. At Open Minds, it's more than grades, we're building future leaders with academic and life skills. Don't wait. Call or WhatsApp 388-6635 or register now at www.openminds.education.
Most popular psychic and spiritual healer, Master Santosh Ji. Are you worried about the problems in your life? Are you facing problems in your relationship? Do you have problems in your job or business? Are you facing health issues? Then the only solution. Master Santosh Ji. He is an expert in palm, face and horoscope reading. Know your future and change the way of your life. He is expert in solving problems related to love, relationship, job, health, finance, sexual, enemy, spiritual problem, many more. He removes all negativity and gives good luck. He is specialist in getting back loved ones and ex-love back. Get an effective solution for all your problems. Call Master Santosh Ji at +1 86838438844. Located in all over Trinidad and Tobago.
If you're planning an event, make us your first option. At Reality of a Dream, we can make your event memorable. We can assist in planning your corporate functions, moderate gatherings, family occasions, christenings, and more. We also cater for weddings and other special occasions. Our newly renovated venue includes a majestic entryway, which takes you along a path to a fantastic indoor facility which can accommodate up to 80 dining guests. A recently completed, fully air-conditioned, beautifully designed wing, which maintains the theme and flow of Reality of a Dream, adds 30 extra seats for dining guests. In total, we can now seat a total of 110 dining guests. Come see for yourself the splendor that awaits you. Walk along the path and make your way to the breathtaking, well-maintained swimming pool and gazebo, and also the entire grounds of Reality of a Dream. We've also updated the Dream Suite, which comes with all modern conveniences, where guests can enjoy the feeling of an exquisite retreat overlooking the entire area. Reality of a Dream caters to professional events. We provide secured parking for guests, so call us at 332-6880 and ask for Harriet. Located at number 15 Moses Avenue, San Juan. Reality of a Dream, making dreams come true every day.
Welcome to South Point Hotel Barbados, your gateway to a luxury oasis of tranquility, comfort, and impeccable service. Nestled along the popular south coast of Barbados, South Point Hotel is a true haven for those seeking relaxation, rejuvenation, and unforgettable experiences. From the moment you arrive, you'll be enveloped by an ambiance of serenity that effortlessly blends with the stunning flora and fauna surrounding you. The accommodations are spacious, elegant, and thoughtfully designed to ensure maximum comfort. Each room offers a perfect retreat where you can unwind, rejuvenate, and be pampered with the exceptional service of attentive staff. Indulge in the extraordinary at Driftwood, the in-house restaurant, where culinary excellence meets coastal charm. Driftwood's menu is a celebration of fresh, local ingredients, expertly crafted to create a dining experience that will take your palate on a delightful gastronomic journey the Bajan way. Whether you're here to relax by the pool, enjoy a delicious meal, or explore the enchanting beaches nearby, every moment at South Point Hotel is crafted to exceed your expectations. Book your stay today and immerse yourself in the luxury oasis that South Point Hotel offers. Discover a destination where every detail is thoughtfully curated for your enjoyment. South Point Hotel Barbados, creating memories that last a lifetime. For reservations, email them at reservations@southpointhotelbarbados.com or call 1246-424-7744 or check out the website www.southpointbarbados.com.
Air conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including pressure test kits, refrigerator parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 Corner Roland Street at Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
Greetings to you all in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior, the sweet Rose of Sharon and the Prince of Peace, Christ Jesus. I am Ezekiel Johnson Fort, and I am pleased to inform you of the newest branch of the Christian Union Church, Trinidad and Grenada District, San Juan Revival Ministries. If you are desiring prayer, healing, or that closer connection to the Heavenly Father, then the place to be is at San Juan Revival Ministries. And allow me to ask you one question. Are you living a life without Jesus Christ? Do you desire freedom from spiritual bondage? Then the only solution to your problem is Him. In the book of Matthew chapter 11 and verses 28, it says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." And this is mostly speaking to those of you who are Christians and you might not have a place to fellowship. Come. Fellowship with us at the Christian Union Church, San Juan Revival Ministries. Come, be edified and equipped by the Word of God, preached by the man of God, Senior Reverend Bishop Dave Donation. You will be empowered by the move of the Holy Spirit of the living God. Come and be comforted. If you desire to be an environment that shows compassion and care for your spiritual needs, growth, and development, then fellowship with us at number 1 Bartel Corner, Saddle Road, every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. to 12 noon. I look forward to seeing you there, and God bless you all, and may the peace of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, be with you now and always. God bless you all.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE, that is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
All right, people, so a little change of plans here. We will get to our friends HA Academic on Thursday, and we will get to Antigua and Barbuda a little bit later on. So we're coming back to the phone lines to take some calls. I did mention a little while ago the 140 change agents whose contracts were expired and not renewed, and that they had worked for consecutive years without any, they had worked for 26 months consecutively without any access to sick leave, vacation, and gratuity. Right, and I made that comparison with what was discussed with the Prime Minister pension bill in the Senate, but that was eventually passed. I want to bring your attention to one more thing very quickly. Dominic Smith, the Minister of Public Administration and AI, has ordered an audit of a $60 million project. The Minister of Public Administration and Artificial Intelligence, Dominic Smith, is warning the opposition that an independent audit has been ordered into what he described as a questionable project under the former administration that was set to cost taxpayers over $60 million US. This is what I'm seeing here. 60 million. It don't say it in that insane USA, but the article is saying $60 million US. Speaking late on Friday evening as the Senate debated the Finance Bill 2025, Smith said he uncovered a list of expenditure items that caused him great concern. One particular project, Mr. President, was parceled nice and neat as an upgrade under the Ministry of Public Administration. I am told, Mr. President, that this project has been running for over 24 years, he told the upper house. Smith continued, I am told that over the last administration, there was an upgrade, and that upgrade, Mr. President, would you believe would cost the taxpayers over $60 million US, Mr. President. Mr. President, I want you to juxtapose that against the environment where Forex is apparently scarce. The revelation of the financial figure drew noise of shock from his government colleagues. Now, Smith said he was flabbergasted that the former administration would engage in a project of this size and quantum. And he said, when we dug further, Mr. President, would you believe that this $60+ million US was meant to be spent over a 4-year period to end in 2026? Right? Now, it goes on, and I just wanted to make mention of this audit into this $60 million US project. But I want to get back to the phone line, 327-7400. So those are some of the things that came out of the Senate over the weekend from Friday to now. And we go back to the phone line, 327-7400. All right, so hello, good morning. Oh, sorry. What happened here? Just now. Hold on, caller. Connect me there, Chris. I don't know how it came off. Just give me a little connection here. Hold caller, hold on. It's WhatsApp, it's free. Go for it. That's right. Okay, good. Yes, caller.
Stefan?
Yes, man, go ahead.
I'm not out of your topic, but I just wanted to mention this to you. Since the 16th of May, we never used to get water. Once a week, once a 9 days, or anything. Since the 16th of May, we getting water 24/7. That is to show you how it was geographical discrimination in this country.
Okay.
The water is there that the PNM never give people in the UNC constituency water.
Okay, that's very interesting. All right, thanks a lot. That's interesting. Man says since he's 16th of May again running water in the pipe, yes? Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Stefan.
Yeah, morning, man. Go ahead.
I could just tell you this, You see, since the URP and thing in existence, all them things is just real corruption, right? These things going on years. So what are we talking they know? It's just only stupidity. Because if I tell you, that's what me I want to tell you, but I used to work URP, driving truck, and all them things is only thieving, From the people inside URP working self, thieving material. Right? When they go down, watch, I used to go down with them to get material by Northern Hardware in Diego Martin. Right? And men ordering their own material with the URP money. Right? And they will come and drop it in the stockpile then, whatever they bring and in the warehouse and all kind of thing, right? And then when the truck going out, you going out with the truck, they will tell you go in a certain place before you go on the areas like you're going to the box train, like Mayaro, where you work in Rio Claro and all kind of thing. And you will go there and you will meet people there to take up certain things from the truck, right? And then you will go and offload. I said, let me just give one little thing. I don't want to talk too much because it's a serious thing. I was driving a truck. I go Rio Claro box train, Otwa, and Guayagari. And when I check, and I had 20 bags of cement on the truck remain. And when I check all my paper, I say, but how I could have 20 bags, boy?
Right.
If somebody didn't tell me to go somewhere to upload that 20 bag.
Okay.
So when I make all my wrongs, it remain on the truck. Will I end up selling it? I tell you the truth, I sell it. Because at the end of the day, everybody is corruption.
That's right,
at the highest level, all them institutions.
All right. All right, cool.
Say more.
Yeah, man. And you know, the caller makes a point there that it's accurate. We've become a society of corruption. Those programs, imagine you have a URP program. The URP stands for Unemployment Relief. When those programs are corrupted and abused, it takes away from the purpose of what the program was meant to be. You understand? Morning. It only hurts the program, it hurts the people in the program and the generations to come. Yep, what's up?
Morning. Well, I see you spoke of the former AG said contracts isn't renewed.
Yeah.
For the 60 people. There's an article was published yesterday where the ex-CEO of the EOC was awarded $1.6 million.
Yes.
I hope you could read the article before you end the show, because in that article, the chairman of the EOC, Mr. Ian Roach, former independent senator, had renewed the lady contract. Her contract was renewed twice before that, it's 3 years. But for some reason, the former AG decided to not renew it and cancel it for no reason. And she went to court.
Yeah.
Her contract was renewed by the chairman, and for some reason, Mr. Faris Harari, which is in the court, his name is in the court document, not AG. His name was in the court document. And they decided not to renew it and gave her no reason. Although she was approved to be renewed.
I saw that judgment.
1.6 million. Yeah, read it. Read it and explain to the people at Trinidad and Tobago, especially the former AG. Contract renewed by the chairman, but somehow the former AG said, nah, no renewal for you.
Yeah.
No,
but he could do that, He could do that. Nothing wrong when they do it.
He could do that.
Well, nothing wrong when they do
it. His name is in the court document. His name.
Right.
Normally, they put the Attorney General versus so and so. That was the court document. When they go after the state, the AG represent the state. They can read it and inform the world.
Yeah, no problem. I'll look at it right now.
Yeah, I go on.
Yeah,
right,
cool.
I go on later.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I saw that judgment in the court. You understand? Hello, good morning.
Morning, Stefan. Man on the ground here,
Yeah, man on the ground. Go ahead.
Stefan, let me tell you something. You see all these people who come in on the air and saying about there's a job material here and material. Me about nobody, but by the end of the day, I will tell you this. They was paid to do that.
If they thief 1,000 bag of cement from whoever they thief it from and drop it in the next site, and that site was not recommend that cement, they was paid to do that step on. Right? Now, I bring up a topic maybe last year and it ended up last year, and telling you that certain areas don't have water. Well, boy, me, I want to call the area before they cut it up, but really and truly, since Kamala come in power, but it's every day. Look, I have a pump there yesterday. I checked the pump there by my mother-in-law's house. It seized because by the end of the day, it had water right through the line. But I don't want to call the area, you know, because they might cut it off. You understand? But it have CPEP contractors who I know have 2 and 3 contracts, Stefan. I telling you, in a certain area that I know, it have people at 2 and 3 contract in CPEP, and you can't have a toilet for a gang in CPEP to use. At the end of the day, these CPEP gangs and them study moving from one area to the next, so they have to move a disposable toilet for them. But anyway,
I think it's more. I think it's more maybe. You see the complaint. I don't know where the complaint coming from with the ladies. Because I know if you're out on the field, you would have to maneuver yourself to suit. But, you know, you could go into a business place. You could, you know, establishment and maybe actually use the restroom facilities. But I think what they're talking about is something, is not the out on the field thing. I'm not too sure. But I've had the complaints come from a few women.
But it will be mostly out on the field because these contract workers, these CPEP workers, in fact, work in places like the cricket grounds and cleaning up the road. Yeah. Now, remember, we had things called Color Me Orange, we had things called CPEP, we had things called URP, and all these things coming and cutting down. So by the end of the day, I find everybody coming on and Kamala over, but I mean, everybody need to get something. People vote for that to get what they want. You understand? Nah. But anyway, we have water for all this year, boys. Stefan. Take care, man.
He killing me, you know. Warren. The man say frightened to call the area that I might cut it.
Many years. Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, many years ago, a famous foundation member of the PNM, Mr. Desmond Carty, he said that all are we thief. And in that one line, he was enunciating a philosophy of a party, which the corollary of, if all are we thief, then nobody could talk. And the PNM desperately sought to make everybody a thief by allowing them to do things like, you know, sign up for 8 o'clock and start to work at 10 o'clock. And it appears that went on right through the administration. So all are we thief, then nobody could talk. So that has been the philosophy of the PNM. And we now, apparently, the UNC also adopted that, right? Because in their last tenure, they adopted similar projects which PNM had established. And now we have the same thing going forward. So we have a nation now which is poor, because everybody thief. Thank you.
Yeah, man, no problem. Oh, God, oh. Yeah, man, I tell you. 327-7400. I can take a few more. You know, we don't have any more breaks. We've exhausted all of our breaks. We're 11 minutes away from the hour of 8 o'clock this morning. And I'll take about 2 more. Hello, good morning. And I'll read the article for you that the caller requested because it's a very interesting article. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning, my dear.
Okay, this is Breaking Dawn, okay?
Yes, it is. You're live.
Okay. I have a small contribution.
Sure.
Okay. I was employed with a private. Everybody's speaking about pensions and stuff, right?
Well, yeah, pensions and CPEP and things like that, yes.
Yeah, and retirement. Well, I was employed with a private company.
Uh-huh.
Okay? And yeah, I was employed with a private company. I'm going to call the name of the company because I am home now. I was employed with Solomon Yufi and Company Limited.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was a...
Sweetheart, go ahead and just give your contribution.
Yes, and I was employed with them for 30 years. Work hard, help build the company. Yeah.
Do not listen on the television. You're listening for a response on the TV. Just talk on the phone.
Yeah, I was employed with them for 30 years. And the whole thing about it, after I went home.
Go on.
After I went home, they had anything in place to give the workers.
Okay. So you never got a pension or anything like that?
No, I never get a pension. I never get as much as a dime after 30 years.
After 30, they was paying your NIS?
Yeah, they were paying the NIS.
Okay.
I got my NIS.
You got your NIS.
But what I am trying...
Okay.
Yeah, and what I'm trying to say is, you build a company, you work with them, and they didn't even give you as much as a thank you card.
Okay, understood. All right, thanks a lot. Yeah. No, there's some people, she just said something there. You work for a company and you build the company. You see, we got to remember, when you work, when you dedicate, let's say, 20, 30 years of your life working for any business, right? You have played a significant role in building the business, right? You are part of that business. You're not an owner in the company or anything like that, but you should have the respect or the acknowledgement of your efforts in bringing the business from one level to the next. You understand what I'm saying? When I was working, back in my day, I used to work A.S. Bryden. I was working A.S. Bryden. That was my second job. The first place of employment I ever had was at Carib, in the empty packaging department. Right? And then from Carib, I ended up in Bryden. And when I ended up in Bryden, Bryden had a little warehouse by Sadu Trace. Right? Right in Sawa there, right off the highway, kind of thing. And when you look at where Bryden started in that warehouse, and where Bryden is now, and yes, Bryden, and then you have Bryden Pie, and you have all different, right? So they have expanded into a huge company, right? And I know people who have worked there from since that time in Sadu Trace that's still working in Bryden today. And that is years I'm talking about. So they have played a significant role in building that company up. So when after all those years of service, I agree, you should be acknowledged and they should, I think they should acknowledge you and give you something upon your retirement for your dedicated service, Hello, good morning.
Hello, morning.
Yep, what's up?
Yeah, fine, thank you. Stefan, I come in to say something this morning. I come in to swear this morning. Stefan,
you come in to swear, don't swear. Not that kind of swear, don't give me that kind of swear, but go ahead.
Yeah, because mind you, listen, you see this year, it can't happen this year. Next year again, 2 years. But if any of those PNM senators, ministers, whoever it is, or anybody, this government catch and they're guilty, they find they're guilty and put them in court. If nobody make jail this wrong for this 5 years, believe me, I stop voting. I ain't voting in life again. I don't know that. Because mind you, we can't continue with that nonsense. Somebody has to make a jail. Have a nice day, Stefan.
All right, man, no problem. All right, let me just read this article for you here before we wrap up this morning. The caller, one of the callers, it's a short article. It's not that long. It has to do with the court awarding $1.6 million to the former Equal Opportunity Commission CEO over contract non-renewal, right? So maybe I don't know. Maybe Faris Al-Rawi should go look up this person. The High Court has awarded over $1.6 million in damages to former Equal Opportunity Commission CEO Devanti Maraj Ramdeen after ruling that the Office of the Attorney General failed to give her a fair chance to respond before deciding not to renew a contract in 2021. What was the AG in 2021? What do you remember? In October 2022, Maraj Ramdeen partially succeeded in her lawsuit over not receiving a contract extension after a third 3-year term ended last year. Justice Joan Charles found that Maraj Ramdeen's constitutional right to protection of the law was breached when she was not informed or allowed to be heard before the decision was made. Wow. Constitutional rights being breached. Although her claim against the EOC itself was dismissed, her case against the Attorney General succeeded. Another loss. Maraj Ramdeen's contract had been renewed twice before, and her performance appraisals were positive, with the chairman of the commission recommending renewal. Despite this, the contract was not renewed, and she was not told why. The judge said this failure was a clear violation of the rules of natural justice. Wow. 2021, boy. Faris, that was you? I can't remember, we had so much changes in the AG office. I don't know. On June 26, Charles, who assessed compensation, awarded Maraj Ramdeen $1.3 million in lost salary and benefits less income tax and NIS, $200,000 in vindicatory damages to acknowledge the constitutional breach, and $100,000 for emotional distress and inconvenience. She was also awarded legal costs with interest to be paid from April 15, 2021 until October 13, 2022. The judge noted the emotional and financial harm caused by the sudden decision, especially given that Maraj Ramdeen had to help remove herself from the internal systems at the commission while training others to take over her duties. Sounding very vindictive, but nevertheless. In her assessment, Charles considered several aggravating factors when awarding the damages. She also noted the blatant unfairness meted out to her in failing to give her an opportunity to address concerns that they might have had about her performance, or to discuss the decision itself with her, given her exemplary performance in the post, only added to the hurt and embarrassment she experienced. In her ruling on Maraj Ramdeen's claim, Charles held that while the then Attorney General was within his legal rights not to renew Maraj Ramdeen's contract, the failure to consult her or provide reasons before advertising the position violated principles of natural justice. Maraj Ramdeen, who served from 2011 and had 2 3-year renewals, had expressed interest in a third term before her contract ended in 2021. Evidence showed the recommendation for a renewal came from EOC Chairman Ian Roach based on prior assessment, not the board as required. As a result, Charles ruled the decision to be lawful but procedurally unfair. Maraj Ramdeen was represented by Anand Ramlogan, Renuka Rambajan, Jayanti Lakshmidiyal Ramdial, Natasha Bisran, and Vishal Siusaran. All right? And the EOC was represented by Russell Martino, SC, Dominic Martino, and Marcel Ferdinand. Wow. Well, you should go and read that, absorb that. And the people responsible for that is the same people sitting down now, trying to tell you what constitutionally right and what constitutionally wrong. Ain't that a hell of a thing? You gotta love it. Anyhow, we have some birthdays. Let's get to those. Shall we? All right. So we got to say happy birthday going out to Clint Mohan. Clint Mohan, happy birthday going out to you. We didn't get a picture of Clint, but happy birthday, man. Right, and I'm going now. Happy birthday as well. Happy 16th birthday to Johan. Hope you have a wonderful day. This is coming from Angie, brothers Nicolia and Orion, and from all your auntie and uncles, and from all from Gibson Trees Gillingham Junction in Canupia. So pick up yourself. Happy birthday going out to Johan. You know, my father wanted to name me Johan. I could have been Johan Rees, you know. Imagine that. Johan Rees. No, he wanted to name me Johan after Johan Cruyff, the Dutch footballer. Yeah. Good morning. I want to wish my cousin Camille Fakira a wonderful 50th birthday with health, strength, and happiness from her sister Angie, Anno, and Grace, cousin Deidre and Asha, and the entire family members, all of Gibson Trace, Gillingham Junction in Canupia. So that's another birthday coming out from that crew. Also, we're going to send heartfelt condolences going out to Marlene, Anil, Tracy, Dale, and Indira on the passing of their father, the late Narayan Bajnat, aka Joe. Prayers and thoughts are with all of you during this trying and difficult time from your cousin Daryl. All right? And may you rest in peace, man. And then we have a 36th wedding anniversary to Mom Kathleen Munu and Dad Gary Munu. Hope they have a memorable day today. So 36-year anniversary going on to Kathleen and Gary. Nice, man. And that's coming on from your children. And finally, birthday greetings to a good buddy, Leo Gaitan, coming on from Francis John. I wish God continues to bless you abundantly. So, hey, Leo, happy birthday to you, man. All right? And I think that's it for the birthdays. I want to remind people, just before I go, that Uncle Colin's funeral will be held tomorrow. So the funeral for Colin Nualo will be at the Church of the Nativity in Crystal Stream, Diego Martin. And it will take place Wednesday, the 2nd of July. That is tomorrow at 11 a.m. And then there's going to be a private cremation at the crematorium, I believe. So Colin Nualo will be laid to rest tomorrow. All right? So if you want to come and pay your last respects, it's going to be at the Church of the Nativity, 11 a.m. All right? Tomorrow. All right. With that, people, we wrap things up for today. We put it away. We will be off to St. Vincent tomorrow. Breaking Dawn is on as scheduled. You're going to get the full show. So look out for that tomorrow morning. Some very interesting conversations. We have a lot of guests booked tomorrow as well. There is a cancer seminar that will be taking place very soon. So we're going to find out from the doctor in charge of that. We'll get all that information to you because we know cancer is a definite concern for a lot of people. We also have Del Toro and Daddy Chinese coming in tomorrow as well. July, the month of July is here. And with it comes Christmas in July. Yeah, it's a whole different vibe. So they have an event coming up. They're going to talk about it. We also have acting Sergeant Greenwich who will join us behind the badge. And of course, Pastor John is on as well tomorrow. So we have a full show tomorrow. I do not know if we're going to be able to take calls tomorrow. But on Thursday, if we're not able to take calls because of the packed show that we have, on Thursday, of course, we will open up the phone lines and go wild with whatever we put before you for discussion come Thursday. I'm looking at Eliza Kuru's contribution in the Senate yesterday for a discussion on Thursday. There were some revelations that he dropped some bombs. So we had to talk about that on Thursday. So we are off to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We will see you tomorrow, though, before we get there. And Vinci Mass is on. So we're going to be on Thursday and Friday, Breaking Dawn. And then we're going to cover the Carnival Monday and Tuesday. And then we have Breaking Dawn on Wednesday morning from St. Vincent before we jump on our plane and head back to Trinidad. And then we're back in Trinidad for the month of July. Coming down to the end, we will head to Antigua and Barbuda, where Breaking Dawn will be coming to you live for 2 weeks in Antigua and Barbuda. And we're going to bring you the Carnival celebrations there as well. So look out for all of that. All of that is coming up this month. It's a busy July. Until tomorrow, have a great day. Good morning. Welcome to Breaking Dawn.